Hey everybody, Bormac here to ask you which Scavo kid discovers bubblegum as a styling gel for his hair. I'm sure you all care immensely. Yeah, Desperate Housewives. Big surprise. Oh, I hope this game ends soon. Of course, I wind up hoping that about all of them. Oh boy, Parker. I'm sure he enjoyed having his head shaved, too. Come on. Let's get a move on. Start. Shouldn't we have the Doom Pests? Yeah, we do. We need to go talk to Etta. Now what?
Hey, this is Vincent.
Good morning.
I was just calling to check in on you.
That.
Really? Do you need some help with anything?
I'll be fine.
And how are things between you and your husband?
Thank you for asking.
I hate to ask, but I heard some stories about some greedy secretary that was trying to blackmail him or something.
There was that.
Did you ever find out what was in his safe?
Yeah, he was using that safe to trick
I happen
me.
to know there is some very important information in that safe. Things you need to see.
People want me to break into that friggin' safe.
Listen, we shouldn't talk about this over the phone. I'm sending a package over to your house later. Make sure your husband's not around when I have to go now, but rest assured I have...
I'm sure you do. Come here, you old buzzard.
Hello, can I help you with something?
Gardening help.
Okay, tell me what's going on.
This side isn't doing anything.
Oh, so some new pest is attacking your garden, eh? Well, why should I help you?
The kindness of your heart.
That's a good one. I'll help you out just for making this old lady smile. Follow me. Let's pick your poison.
Thank you for the help.
Well, you didn't give me much choice, did you? Here we are. Let me find you the right poison. Ooh, there are so many good ones to choose from.
Quite a selection of rat poisons.
What are you talking about?
Lined with boxes of rat poison. It looks like wallpaper.
Oh, that? Well, let's just say insects aren't the only pests I worry about.
What are you talking about?
Poison is poison. Enough of it will kill whatever is bothering you.
Right.
Never mind. Here's the bug spray you wanted. Be sure to give it back to me when you're done.
Thank you again for the help. Better hurry. Zap, 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 zap. Stupid bugs. Ta-da! There's a weed hiding behind the flower somewhere. I don't know where. see it. Back to Mrs. Davenport's house. This is where it tells me to go. Maybe I need to sneak in. There's a purse. Boop. Yoink. Not much in the way of things in this place. I do like the floating cabinet, though. What is up with this? It's like they forgot to render in the most of the walls or something. Oh, miscellaneous jewelry. What is with these things just turning themselves on? Also, why are they floating in the air? It really looks like things are just free floating here. I don't know. All I know is that this safe is going to, or this flower thing is gonna, oh, she's right outside. Don't mind me. I didn't steal anything. I don't know what you're talking about. She's not very observant, though.
Well, did you take care of those bugs?
Thanks for the bug spray,
Oh,
yes.
that's good. So, what do you want now?
Anything about them?
Blech. Why are you bringing me a dead bug?
Might know something about this species.
Well, let me get a closer look here. Well, you certainly are an ugly little thing, aren't you? I can't tell you much, but I can tell you I've never seen anything like this in my garden before. Although I do recall seeing a warning about them online. Right next to an advertisement to buy the very same bug.
What does the warning say?
Pretty much just keep out of garden. They're hungry little beasts that ruin anything you've planted. That's all that matters.
They serve any purpose at all?
Well, maybe if you're a bug collector or you're trying to sabotage someone else's garden.
I'd be pretty jealous for that.
Oh, don't be stupid. There would be a good chance that these things would spread to my garden. I wouldn't risk that. No. The person who introduced these little fellas is clearly not a fan of botany. Or at least they don't have a garden of their own. You certainly have a way of making enemies.
I try my best. Something else I wanted to ask. No. I can't get out of this.
I think the company was called Pestport. You know, come to think of it, I think I remember seeing the Pestport logo somewhere. I was out here gardening as usual. It was sometime in the early afternoon. Oh, that's right. I saw the mailman with a package that had the logo on it. Maybe if you ask him about it, the sooner you can stop the person, the better. If the bugs start to multiply, there's a chance my garden will get infested.
Thanks for the information. I appreciate it. We're off to hunt the mailman. Buried treasure. Dog tag. What a place to find a dog tag. it's not native to this particular street, because this street is its own ecosystem. Well, they are in the Twilight Zone, so I guess anything's possible.
Can I help you?
Oh, I wanted to see how you were doing.
Uh-huh, sure. What do you really want?
Some rude emails to Allison. I know where those emails are coming from.
Well, if you have access to Allison's account and could send me the emails, I could trace its original IP address back for you.
Right, that's how it works.
Or if you had access to your son's account, you could check his bandwidth for local activity.
These emails use so much bandwidth. Do you speak English?
Are you sure your son didn't do it?
Pretty sure.
Well, if he's innocent, then someone would have to have had access to his account. No one around here has the technical expertise to hack into his account. So whoever sent the emails must know your son's password. Talk to him and find out if he's given his password to any friends.
Thanks. Why would they do that? Danielle is easy. Dog's best friend, Mike. Uh-oh, I think Etta might have done something bad. Knock, knock. I have $10,000 in my personal bank account.
Hey, can I help you with something?
I know who put I found this lost dog posters.
I'd definitely like to find out who did this to the posters. It's criminal. Honestly, I don't really care about whatever's going on with the Vandicamps. But for someone to do this kind of vicious thing and destroy flyers put up by some poor soul looking for their lost dog, it just makes me mad. It makes me lose faith in people.
So does this game. That.
Well, I wouldn't put too much stock in that rumor. Your son seems like he has his head on straight. Not the kind of loon who would do this.
Any idea who it might be?
Well, I hate to say it, but do you think it could be Mrs. Davenport? I've overheard her making some obnoxious comments about Danielle's social life. And now that I think about it, vandalizing missing animal flyers sounds right up her alley.
Huh?
The woman's nuts. Every time I walk past her house, she gives Bongo the evil eye. And not just Bongo. Cats, dogs, rabbits, even squirrels. She freaks out at the sight of them. If anything seems like a threat to her precious garden, she takes it personally. Come to think of it, I haven't seen too many of those animals around recently.
What do you mean?
Probably nothing. You know what they say about animals and their instincts. They're probably smart enough to stay away from her. I mean, come on. She's just a cranky old lady. She wouldn't hurt a fly.
Nag them to death.
See ya.
See ya. Interesting. Pet cemetery. Rat poison in the dog tank in the garden. To add that to Miss Mike's new information on Miss Davenport X. The pets and you got one suspicious gardener. Go talk to her. Okay. I also need to find the mailman. Don't see him. Don't see him. Teleport. No, you're not missing any jewelry. I don't know what you're talking about. Hello?
What now?
That.
So, what does that have to do with me?
You're responsible for that.
Are you kidding? I rip them down because they're an eyesore.
Well, I'm posting flyers all over town.
I've had just about enough of you. Was there anything else you wanted to discuss?
Not a string things
What are you
have been
talking about?
near your garden.
Oh, he's still mad that I blamed his stupid dog for destroying my garden before.
Found a dog tag in your garden.
Huh. Now you're overreacting. It probably just fell off one of those vile animals that was trying to destroy my garden. In fact, there you have it, proof.
Well, you have an whole arsenal of poison to ward off further attacks.
I don't like your tone. Just, what are you getting at?
Your dog got killed by large rats. You buried him in your front yard and honored him in a beautiful garden. It's just a series of ridiculous coincidences that don't mean anything whatsoever. I don't. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a Mrs. Davenport by the toe. If she hollers, let her go. My mom said to pick the very best one, and you are it. Ta-da!
Well, I could protest, but why bother? You got me. Those pesky animals make a wonderful fertilizer, by the way.
Oh, it's just a wild guess.
So, what now? You found out my big, dark secret. What are you going to do about it?
Why?
It was all my husband's fault.
What do you mean?
Well, he didn't literally force me to do it, but it's complicated, so let me explain.
Okay.
Rod was the love of my life. Unfortunately, I wasn't the love of his. He had this dog, Sparky, and he spent all of his time with him.
What do you have against dogs?
To be honest, it was embarrassing how he fawned over that mutt. Well, since Rod never gave me any attention, I had no choice but to take up a hobby. So I took up gardening. Ugh, but that little bastard Sparky. He would always dig up whatever I had just planted. Strawberries, carrots, lilies, it didn't matter.
Didn't Rod keep him on a leash?
Well, instead of punishing his little mutt for his little forays into my garden, Rod would encourage it. So one day, I decided to teach that mutt a lesson. I put a little rat poison near the rose garden. I didn't think it'd be enough to kill him. I was just trying to get him sick, so he wouldn't go near it anymore.
I'm sensing it did more than make him sick.
Of course, Rod didn't know I had accidentally killed Sparky. I wasn't sure what to do with the body, so I buried it in my garden. Once Rod noticed Sparky was gone, I planted the seed, so to speak, that the dog had run off. Rod was depressed for weeks. I think he thought I might have done something because he was very standoffish. Shortly after that, Rod left me for that other woman. From that point on, my garden is all I have left. Only the next time an animal tried to ruin my garden, I was ready.
And you just kept on killing an animal? Why didn't you stop?
Look, I know I wasn't being rational, but my garden was all I had left, and it was so easy to get rid of them. Another lost pet. Big deal. No one takes any notice. Then I decided to move on to preemptive strikes. If an animal looked at my garden funny, he was a goner. And they made such great fertilizer, too. Oh, my garden has never looked better.
That one.
Oh, I know it's wrong, but I'm so good at it now. Besides, you can't teach an old dog new tricks.
You just don't want to.
Thank you. Now that the cat's out of the bag, maybe I can stop. If you could find it in your heart to keep the secret between the two of us, I would be forever in your debt.
If you throw away your poison, I might.
Oh, thank you.